Hey guys, this is Chris at Livingstone with another keys tutorial. This time we'll be covering the song Wake by Hillsong Young and Free. The song is originally in the key of G, and anytime we play it, the keys will be transposed to play it in G. Although just be mindful, sometimes we do play it in F sharp. So now let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty. The first thing we'll cover is how the keyboard is set up. The mid-range to lower range of your keys is going to be basically a pad. Okay, now this area will be velocity sensitive. So what that means is when you play it light, it'll be a nice soft pad sound. But when we get heavier, it'll be a more aggressive, almost brassy synth. Okay, and it goes throughout the range from light to heavy. We'll start light, get heavier. Okay, so now also in this range we have our expression pedal down on the floor. Now when it's flat, it's exactly what you've been hearing, but we can pull back the expression pedal to give us an extra layer of synth, and what that'll do is for the bigger parts of the songs, it'll give us more of a pulsing, in music terms it's called side-chained synthesizer. So that's what this sounds like. I'm going to pull it all the way back first. Okay, you can hear that pulsing. And the same way as velocity on here, if we slowly pull back the expression pedal, it'll slowly bring in the pulsing. Okay, so now the second area of your keyboard is going to be your higher range, and right around here on the E note, that's where it goes from being a pad sound to being your lead synthesizer. Okay, so if you venture into that range without meaning to, it might sound very shocking. So just be aware that this E note right here is where that happens. The D sharp is also still a pad. Okay. So with that said, let's go over some of the voicings that we'll want to play as well as the lead part itself. For this song, it's basically the same four chords over and over again. C, D, B minor, and E minor. Okay, so voicings wise, I like to play the C in the root position, the D in the root position. I fall back and play the B minor in the root position. But then for the E minor, I like to play the second inversion. So all together there, C, D, B minor, and E minor. Okay. Now as a note, when you have the side chain or the pulsing synth activated by pulling the expression pedal back, you'll probably definitely want to be using your sustain pedal there, just so you can make quicker changes or have more time to make the changes and still keep that pulse going. So it'll sound like. Okay, so a little note on that. All right, so now let's go ahead and go over the lead line. The way I like to play the lead line is by having my first finger on this E note right here. My second finger will be on the G, third finger on the A, fourth finger on the B, and fifth finger on the D. That way you'll have quick access to all of your notes and you won't have to rush to get one finger to another area. So that would be how I would position my fingers. Now for the lead notes themselves. The lead notes go G, A, B, D. So, and then it goes A, B, G, E. And this is the first section of the lead part. So all together, this first section goes like this. Okay, one more time. G, A, B, D, A, B, G, E. Okay, I'll play it a little faster. So again, this is the first section of the lead, that part there takes up 2 measures. Now we're going to play the second 2 measures, the second half of this lead part. It starts the same, G, A, B, D. But then this other part of it is slightly different from the first half. And it goes G, B, A, G. So altogether, this second part goes like this. Okay, so again, G, A, B, D, G, B, A, G. Okay, so altogether, first half with the second half. Okay, now that's just your right hand, and by all means, if you feel overwhelmed, you can just play your right hand. And the demonstration that I'll give you, there will be parts where you'll see me just playing with my right hand. 'Cause let's face it, I'm a guitarist, I'm not a keyboardist. So, but if you find your left hand having something you want to do because it's not doing much the rest of the song, what I think would be good would be to have the 5th finger starting on this B note, and then the others fall in line for the C, D, and E, and then just each finger gets a measure. And remember, it's just the same 4 chords over and over again, so C, D, B, E. And at this point, you would have that side chain going. So you'd have 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. So with the both hands together, it would sound like this. Okay, and that's pretty much it. I'll try and do it slowly. I'm going to take the side chain off of there so that the pulsing doesn't throw me off playing it slowly. So here we go. Okay, and like I said, jumping from here to here, I have a hard time with it, but if it's easy for you, then you can bring your left hand into the mix and have fun with that. So now let's go ahead. We'll play through the recording to kind of get an idea of where we're playing light, where we're playing heavy. If you listen to the song, you'll hear when the dynamics shift, so just we keep it light. Light touch for the lighter parts of the songs, heavy touch when we want that brassiness to kick in. And then just kind of be listening for when those lead notes kick in. Mostly, if I were to name them off, instrumental 1, all choruses, instrumental 3, and then the last 2 pre-choruses, which lead us into instrumental 5, the lead notes are still going, and then the chorus. And then for the version we play, we did an edit to where we're doing that more aggressive synth part at the end as an outro, just to keep the high energy flowing. So you'll play the lead notes on the outro as well. All right, so let's go ahead and play through the song. And like I said, excuse any embarrassments I have, wrong notes or anything. I am a guitarist. Thank you for your mercy. All right, so we start soft. Now you can be a little heavy on this part. We do want to get the crowd engaged, get the church excited, but we will drop down on verse 1. We'll pick it up a little bit on verse 2. Going into the pre-chorus, we're going to roll in our pulsating synth and switch to sustaining the chords. We're going to get ready to jump to those lead notes. going to pull out the pulse there. Kind of keep it heavy this time through verse 2. Bring in the pulse. Get light here for instrumental 4. Now each line of this bridge we're going to get slightly heavier. So line 2 we're going to build it. Line 3 we're going to start pulling in our pulsing synth. The next pre-chorus, we'll go to lead notes. And then you can just let off of that last chord while the band rings out their chords. So again, hit some bad notes in there, but for the most part, just wanted to show you the dynamics and where you're shifting to those other notes. It doesn't help that I have a big tripod in my way either. But anyways, yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. But I think that, you know, as long as you keep in mind those dynamics and where you're pulling in the pulsing synth, you'll do good. And again, simplify any area that feels like too much. You saw where in those last couple of pre-courses where I went to the lead notes, I just played the lead notes. I didn't try and play my left hand. I kept it. The lead notes are also slightly velocity sensitive. You can hear that light. So in those pre-courses, we keep it a little light as you can on that, obviously. But you know, like if the expression pedal throws you off and it's too much to think about pulling that back and where you're pushing it, you know, pushing it out of the mix again, then don't worry about it. But yeah, I think if as long as you're keeping in mind dynamics for your velocity on these keys, as well as where we jump to the lead notes, those two simple things, loudness level and where the lead notes are, that'll get you through this song perfectly. So again, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and thanks for watching.